Welcome, Matt and Tex Show. That song was the main theme for Tex's new favorite game.
Maybe not.
We'll see, actually, if it actually is a favorite. But Black Ops 2, that is the main theme for Black Ops 2. That song was written by Trent Reznor. If you know him, he was the lead, or is the lead for Nine Inch Nails. He is the composer for the soundtrack to Social Network, the one about Facebook, right?
That was a good movie.
And then The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which was a weird film.
Did you see that movie?
I did watch it.
Was it
Do you want to talk about that right now?
No.
No. It was.
I don't know if you thought it was good.
It was weird. It was a long. It seemed to go longer than I expected. It was basically just one of those sort of like. Do you remember the video game that came out called Alan Wake?
Yeah.
It was basically about an author that got into this world of a world that he created of the characters and the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of a. Anyway, it's sort of a dark thing, and he basically in this film he there's a murder and he tries solving it and he finds his own demons in the sense that whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I thought it was a good film, but it was very weird.
It did seem weird. The girl was
Daniel Craig's cool though. Speaking of Daniel Craig,
he was in Daniel Craig.
Anyway, so that song was for Black Ops
2.
Black Ops 2, the main theme. Decided to play that because I enjoyed it.
We talked about last week.
I'm sorry, we didn't do our introduction. I'm Matt.
I'm Tex.
This is Matt and Tex Show. I said that.
Kiss.
I've mentioned this in a while. If you're listening now and you don't want to listen always when you're on your laptop, if you do have a smartphone of any brand,
If you don't, where are you?
look into wherever you can buy apps. For Apple, it's the App Store. For Google, it's Google Play. For BlackBerry, it's BlackBerry Market. I think. They do, but they're terrible apps. No one does that anymore. Windows 8. The Windows 8 phone has a market. I don't know if it's on there actually, but anyways.
Why not got Windows 8? It's weird.
Yeah. Download the TuneIn Radio app. It's free on most of those. If not, it's like 99 cents. And then from there, you search casesu.com or just Casesu. Find the Casesu app or the feed, whatever, and just add it to your favorites. Yeah. There you go, Tex.
Speaking of radio stations,
whoa,
Matt was playing Angry Birds Star Wars, and he told me it was free on Android at least, right?
How was that? Yeah, that wasn't relevant, but that's a good segue. Sure. Yeah, we're all Star Wars fans here. If you're listening to the show and you're not a Star Wars fan,
Matt's wearing his Return of the Jedi shirt.
I am pretty Star Wars out.
Luke Skywalker
with an ice blade.
Yeah, it looks like his lightsaber.
And then
ice.
I'm gonna flash you my belt, my Star Wars belt as well. But yeah, Angry Birds, the famous game that shoots Angry Birds.
We've talked about them before.
And I might have mentioned it on the show, but it's now sort of Star Wars theme. There's a Star Wars theme on Android phones for Google Play. It is free. I'm not sure exactly on iTunes. Tex will look that up in the next song. Mm-hmm. But you basically go through the planets and you play the different characters. I haven't gotten too far into it, but the first planet is Tatooine. The first planet you encounter... Is it the first... It is the first planet you encounter. Or is it on Star Wars? The very first episode, they fly the big ship, Imperial Destroyer, and then...
Yeah.
And then they go down to... so then they go down to Tatooine, which is Luke's home planet. Not home planet, but where he lives.
Yeah, he was born on an asteroid. I used to know the name. It was in Battlefront 2. That's how I knew the name.
Yeah, I know the name too. I'm gonna be mad now. Anyways, and you just basically play the birds. There's different types of birds. One's Luke, I think, and one's Obi-Wan. One's and I haven't gotten that far, but it basically just takes the role of Star Wars. The best part is the soundtrack is the Star Wars soundtrack.
Oh, really? The
real
one?
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Go ahead and check that out. Today on the show, we're gonna talk only video games. Mm-hmm. It's been a recurring theme so far, but two big games have come out. One of which one of us has played both. One of us has only played one. We'll talk about both. Black Ops 2 and Halo 4.
Mm-hmm. Both of those series I mentioned in my most hated. So we'll see. Do I still hate
That's
them?
true.
Do I not?
That is true. This is gonna be good. Yeah. And for me, Halo was on my list for most favorite video games. So we'll talk about that.
I just confirmed Angry Birds Star Wars cost $1 on the Android. I mean, on the...
Cost $1 on the Android.
Yeah,
so on Tex's iPhone, it is 99 cents.
Yes.
And that's it? That's the new operating system, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, sure.
What are you at?
The App Store?
That's weird. I've never seen that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So if you want to get it,
it's got a bunch of weird glitches. It keeps asking me for my password.
but if you do buy it, that means it will be ad free. If you have it on Android and you get it for free, you will have to have ads, but that's fine. Not a big deal. It's fun. Check it out. It's awesome. Star Wars. Talked about Star Wars with a customer of mine at Best Buy yesterday. Talked basically what we talked about on the show. I just reiterated and spoke every word to him. And then he actually brought something up that I want to bring up real quick. Disney owns Pixar, and LucasArts has Industrial Light and Magic.
Pixar
Yep.
was its own company, and then it was purchased by Apple, right?
No.
Well, Apple
never did any of that.
Or did Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs did it himself. He got fired he left Apple, created Pixar, and then went back to Apple. I don't think Apple ever had any influence on Pixar except for the fact Steve Jobs, maybe not started it, but
yeah, I saw a documentary on Netflix talking about Pixar and how they started, and animation, how it got there, how they all went through this, and he was fat.
Who?
Steve Jobs. He was fat.
He's a fat man?
He was huge. And I'm like, wow, the cancer really...
Tex, I'm not sure. Is your mic working?
Hello?
Okay, it's working.
A little bit.
That's weird. Sorry. Mine's really loud. Okay. We were talking about Pixar. So, Disney already owns Pixar, and LucasArts, or Lucasfilms, has Industrial Light and Magic. The guy brought up the idea of what's going to happen now with the animated films, because you're going to combine Industrial Light and Magic.
Films?
Yeah. Because they now have the resources of Industrial Light and Magic, which kind of revolutionized special effects for the longest time, and then Pixar, which has done has had a huge impact on basically sort of the cartoony animated films. Mm-hmm. So what they're going to do together, and if those will clash at all, if they use the resources together, it'll be interesting to see what kind of comes out of that.
Well, they did for Disney's latest movies.
See that? That's me.
Yeah.
And that's you.
Hello. Yeah, I'm really quiet for some reason.
Your mic doesn't work, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Try again?
Hello.
We're just doing some testing.
I guess I'm super quiet.
You're probably only going through my mic, and that's probably how that works.
Hello? Hello? Okay, it is broken.
Yep, mic's broken. Sweet. Mic 1 off.
Okay.
So I'll turn mic 2 up, and we'll go farther away.
Maybe we should readjust it.
No, it's fine. We're
okay. So you can hear me now. So you didn't hear anything.
Back up, Tex.
Sorry.
This is the Tex Show. This is a free station for everyone around here. We don't get paid, and we get very little funding from Sac State Tuition. Mm-hmm. So this is what happens. Anyways, we're gonna work on one mic, and Tex was talking about Pixar.
I totally forgot what I was talking about.
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh yeah. The last two Disney movies, the princess ones, anyways. Those are the ones I'm thinking.
Princess, yeah.
The Princess and the Frog. I never saw that.
Never saw that one either.
But the latest one, Tangled, about Rapunzel, was animated, so maybe they're going to incorporate.
Was that no, Tangled wasn't Pixar?
No, it was Disney. I thought you said, how's Pixar going to influence Disney instead of the? That's what I thought you were saying.
Okay.
So it was a good movie.
We're gonna go to the next song. Then we're gonna talk about. We'll do Halo 4 first. No, we'll
Halo 4.
Figure it out. Okay. Anyways, this next song is from the. I played this band pretty recently a lot.
Minus the Bear?
Minus the Bear, Tex.
Got it.
They're going to be at Ace of Spades tonight, which is a venue here in Sacramento. Tickets should probably still be on sale. I don't think they've sold out. But you can hear them tonight. I am fortunately not going, but you can hear them here as well. This song is called Cold Company. We'll be back. Matt and Tex Show. Matt and Tex Show. We're still on one mic.
That was Minus the Bear.
With Cold Company. Yeah.
Bam.
Good job, Tex. They're going to be at Ace of Spades tonight, if you haven't heard already. So, Halo 4 came out on
Friday.
Came out on my birthday. Did it? No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. Did it?
My birthday was on Friday, November 9th. It came out before that. Probably the 6th. I think it was the 6th. You're right. I'm right. And I got it for my birthday, actually, on the 9th. But I didn't... I received it, 3 days before. Here's the thing. Let me go back. I got a text from Trevor, executive producer Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Good friend. Best friend. On the morning of my birthday, he said, "Oh, happy birthday. Hey, have you checked your disc tray yet?" And I was like, what is he talking about? So immediately, all right, I'm thinking Xbox, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Bomb.
But that's really loud. But it's really early, and I kind of just woke up, so I don't really know what I'm thinking at this point. But I just go there, I push eject, open it up, all of a sudden Halo 4, and I was like, you bought me Halo 4, nice. And then he was talking to me later, and he bought it earlier and put it in there, and he was hoping I'd get on Xbox and play. Sorry, I never am doing that because I was way too busy to play. But anyways, he bought me Halo 4. Tex, who in previous episodes has said Halo is his least favorite game of all time.
Absolutely.
As actually bought Halo 4.
I sold my 3DS to get it.
When's the last time you played your 3DS?
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
Okay, good.
That's why I sold it.
So Tex bought it now, and we're gonna get his reaction. He bought it basically because every one of his friends,
all the cool kids had,
were playing it.
Well, it was like I said last week. I've always liked the story, so I got it a little for the story and to play. Because one of my good friends who moved, he really likes Halo, and we always go back and forth on this arguing Halo, why it sucks or why it's good. But I got it, and I actually liked it. First of all, one of the things I complained about was the gun noises were bad.
Sound, yeah.
They changed that, and they made them sound decent.
That's the first thing I noticed, actually, because you mentioned that, and I didn't really care about that. And then right when I got the assault rifle and I fired that first time, I was like, wow, this is more powerful than the previous sound. So, and I was like, Tex I'm wondering if Tex would like that.
Mm-hmm. So I did. And they changed it to make like a create a class, more Call of Duty type. I liked that.
For online?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't gotten there yet.
Mm-hmm. Biggest complaint is still there. The reticle is on the lower half of the screen.
So the little, basically the
crosshair.
The point crosshair that is where you're going to fire is lower than the center horizon, or the center of the screen.
Which is what all other video games, all other shooters do.
Yeah, and that upsets him. I don't really even notice it. I just put the enemy.
I feel like I'm always looking up. It's hard to aim, but I actually like it. It's fun. I had fun playing with all my friends, like I kind of usually do, but more so in this one. The story is, I don't know, it's weird.
It is a little weird because they've introduced basically this whole new race, right?
Well, old race technically. It goes back in time before.
A new race to the storyline. This race has never been mentioned before, has it?
No, this race has been the.
I'm not as key
you're
into
not
the story, but if you and he's played the campaign all the way through, and I have not done that at this point.
Well, before they were always mentioning the Forerunners. In this one, a Forerunner actually appears in this one, and that's the whole thing. And they say, I'm not going to go too into details, but the basic gist of it is Master Chief awakens this guy, and this guy ran the human Forerunner war that happened thousands of years in the past, and he won.
How far in the past? Because their current time is like 2600, right?
Yeah,
and so if it goes farther, then it's before our time.
100,000, 200,000 years.
Oh, okay, so that far, okay.
And humans and Forerunners fought a war, but the humans weren't actually trying to fight the Forerunners. The humans were fighting the Flood that happened to be in infected Forerunner worlds. And so this guy that they awakened in Halo 4, the Didact, he comes back, and he ran the war, and it took a millennia to destroy humanity and make them primitive again. And so now he never accepted that they were trying to defeat the Flood. He always thought that they were just aggressive and could never take on the responsibility of caring for the entire universe, which is what the Forerunners did. Mm-hmm. And so he's trying to eliminate all of humanity by destroying them and using their raw materials to make a race of machines. That's the basic gist of the game.
And then there's Master Chief.
Yeah.
To stop all of that. But have you played online yet?
Yeah, I played online, and I played online. I played the story, and they also introduced this new thing, kind of like Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 3.
Right.
That it kind of adds to the storyline. It takes place after the game ends, and they're releasing weekly updates, weekly videos, and more.
Right, more content.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. I like the animated videos. They're pretty cool.
I like the Forward Unto Dawn, the 5-part series.
That was good.
That was very exciting.
It was.
Yeah. Anyways, that's not important. But you can look that up. It's just like a live action version. It basically does everything before the events of Halo 4. Mm-hmm. So at the end of there's 5 episodes. At the end of episode 5, it kind of ends where the episode 4 or Halo 4 begins.
Well, no, not really.
Well, because Cortana has to unfreeze Master Chief, and that's at the end. That's the end of the episode 5.
Yeah, they did that. But the main character of that series is in Halo 4.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's the second in command on the
Infinity,
on the new ship.
Okay, Because that I haven't gotten that far.
He looks like a dweeb.
Because in episode 5, doesn't he age? In the 5th episode, in previous
episodes they show him as the commander of the Infinity.
And then they go into this dark hole.
Yes.
That I don't know what that is. I'm confused by that.
Yeah, you haven't gotten that far.
Okay, cool. Campaign. Then I'll learn it.
But I like it more. It's definitely my favorite out of all of them if I had to pick one.
Uh-huh.
And but now that I have Black Ops 2, I probably won't touch it.
Yeah, that's what he said. Now that and I'm sad for you that you bought Halo 4, because now you're not gonna play it ever again, probably.
No, I will. Every now and then.
If everyone else is on Black Ops 2,
then
you're not gonna be on it. And I haven't bought Black Ops 2 yet, but soon I'll get a discount, and I'll buy it. But we'll hold off on Black Ops 2 at this point. We'll go to our commercial break. We'll go a little more in depth into Black Ops 2 because there are things I have no idea about, and Tex will be excited to talk more about that, especially the new zombie campaign, or the new zombie feature.
Oh yeah,
on Black Ops 2. So we'll go to our. We'll play. I'll play the song. This is from Deftones, a Sacramento band, longtime Sacramento band. They don't really work here anymore, but they're pretty popular. They have a new album out called Koi no Yokan. Don't know what that means. Don't know what language that is, but that's the name of the album. It came out yesterday or 2 days ago. Sounds like Deftones, so it's pretty exciting. Actually, for the longest time, one of their, I think it was, don't quote me on this, it was one of their musicians, was in a coma for like 8 or 10 years, and he finally came out of the coma. And they made like a couple albums while he was in the coma, and this is the first album he's back playing from his coma, and it sounds pretty cool. So this song is called Romantic Dreams. Enjoy it. We'll come back after our commercial break and talk about Black Ops 2. Tex Show. It's not the holidays.
Why you have to say that?
I clicked multiple things. My bad, guys. He mentioned it was holidays. It's not holiday season yet.
No, I love Christmas. I love the Christmas spirit. But to me, Christmas starts at the earliest Thanksgiving Day. Like this season. If you start it too soon, which I've already seen Christmas commercials for, and that upsets me so much, because the Christmas spirit's going to get drawn out, and it's not going to be the special thing at the special time anymore. I hate it.
Okay.
Thanksgiving Day or after Thanksgiving dinner, my family puts on the Christmas music, and I'm like, it's not Christmas yet.
Christmas music upsets me.
Oh, I love Christmas music.
Only because when I worked in the mall last year, all I heard was from even before Thanksgiving until after New Year's. After New Year's, for like a month, they played Christmas songs.
They still did?
They did.
Well, that has to stop December 26th.
What do you mean?
Christmas music has to stop.
Right, it didn't. It did not. It continued, and it upset me. And I kept counting the days until Christmas music would stop. And then finally one day, the miracle happened. But it was like January 20th. And it I don't know. I don't know what. It gives me weird feelings, and it upsets me.
I always love it.
Before the commercial break, we talked about Halo 4, which came out November 6th. New video game for Xbox 360 only. Another new game came out November 13th. Actually, came out 2 nights ago, right?
On Tuesday.
Yeah. Monday night. Tuesday.
Well, technically Tuesday morning, 12.
Okay. I haven't bought it yet. Tex has bought it. Black Ops 2. It is the second of the Black Ops trilogy. If there's gotta be a trilogy. I don't know why I said trilogy. Anyways.
Well, they did a trilogy for Modern Warfare, so maybe...
They're probably going to make a 4.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways. So Tex has bought it. Is that the right word? Bought it?
Boat.
Texas bought it, and he's played it, and so far and I was actually surprised by how much he's already said he liked it so much.
Yeah, because the first night of Modern Warfare 3, I knew that was an awful game.
That wasn't on your list of hated games, but
Modern Warfare 3 was number 1.
Okay, so that's right. So yeah, so that's a good indicator, and he knew he hated Modern Warfare 3 within minutes of playing the game itself. He's now played probably, how many hours have you played so far? Maybe 3, 4, more?
No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
Let's guesstimate.
A few hours.
Okay.
I'll say 4.
And he's already fallen in love. So.
Yeah, I think it's a really good game. It's the it takes place like in 2025. I don't remember.
So not too far in the future,
but near future,
far enough where they can create new weapons and technologies that we haven't seen yet.
And all this tech is really cool. The future guns, the future. But I put a special grenade on yesterday. I'm like, I don't know what this does, but I'm throwing it.
I'm throwing it. And what did it do?
It just like highlighted enemies on the map for me. And they have new sights to where it'll tell you where they are. You could see through walls with the sniper scope, and
wow,
it's really good. And the maps are decently balanced. I mean, the maps in Modern Warfare 3 were awful. Sniping is still pretty easy. I mean, people got it on day one.
Right.
But I don't snipe too much. The guns are... Well, I've only really stuck to one right now. But as more come out, I'll be testing them. And they're good as far as I can tell. They sound right. Mm-hmm. One problem I did have, and this is like a nitpicky thing, when I was started shooting, I noticed that there was a delay between me for... Like, if I fired 3 shots, there was a delay between the counter on the lower right-hand side. It'll say you have this many...
Oh, for ammo?
Yeah, for ammo.
Okay.
It'll say you have like 50 bullets in the magazine. And I fired, and it took like a millisecond for them to change. So I'm like, if I need to know how many bullets I have, I need to know now.
In real life, you would not count your bullets.
No.
Probably in the future, maybe.
Maybe.
You put your bullet count in and they have a count. Anyways. So there's three aspects I want to cover.
Mm-hmm.
There's a campaign, the multiplayer, and then zombies. Mm-hmm. We'll start with campaign first. We don't go too in depth because that can get boring. Mm-hmm. Usually the Call of Duty franchise usually follows the similar idea of where there's a big sort of boss or enemy or something you have to stop. You might go through different regiments or different people to kill this boss or get this job done. And then there's usually cutscenes where there's dramatic Hollywood style action where they'll tell you to push X and then you punch the guy, or push Y, stab the guy, or
I've never liked that.
Tap X to make sure the helicopter doesn't crash. Is that some sort of similar idea that happens?
Yeah, the general idea. I mean, in Black Ops 1 was the Cold War, but Russia's the enemy. In this one, it's the future. It's looking at the future. China's the main enemy, and but what they've done to the campaign, and I haven't gone all the way through it yet, but they've added these strike missions, I think they're called, and they're missions inside that you can pass or you can fail them. Mm-hmm. You can, and like a normal mission, you could fail, you die, and then you start over from your last save point and keep finishing it until you finish it. And these ones, you have a limited number of tries before you pass it or you fail it, and that'll change the outcome at the end of the game.
Right. So if you're supposed to save some character and you instead someone kills them, then the story kind of changes after that.
Mm-hmm. And they're dead.
That's cool.
And also,
is it like a dramatic? It's probably not a dramatic story change, but maybe you have to go a different direction or do one more thing, and then it kind of lines back up to the original story.
Yeah. Like the first two I've come across, China's trying to expand and get more people in its alliance. It's trying to coax Russia into an alliance, and it's trying to get India and Iran. And you have to go into like I did an operation where I had to go into Iran, I think it was, and blow up a Chinese a Chinese freighter that had missiles on it, and I was successful in that. And another mission while I was training, I started one that was taking place in India, and they were supposed to stop them from getting Chinese influence. And executive producer Trevor got on at that time, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to play with him. I quit out of it, and then it showed a little play where the main guy, the admiral of the fleet, the boat I'm on, they have a boat called the Obama too.
Really? That's fun.
Yeah, because it takes place in the future.
Right.
And he said, I'm so disappointed in you. And it showed like India flashing the red, still in threat. And I'm like, oh, you actually failed that mission. I could do it again, but I don't know how many times I get to try. So it really changes, and it's really nice how the choices you make, you can either fail or pass these, and it'll have an effect on the game. That's really good. I like it.
We're running out of time, so I'm going to skip multiplayer because it's sort of probably going to follow the similar ideas. But zombies is something I don't know about at all, and that's one of the biggest things that people really, really enjoy, and that you can really only get on a game like Black Ops, Blops 2. So what's different about the zombies, and what's sort of the story here?
Well, they've added, in terms of regular survival mode for people, that hasn't changed. They're just different maps.
Right.
They've added a new mode called Transit, which you get into a bus, and the bus will just drive around, and it'll go in circles, I think, the same general, and you can get out and go to this area, get some. But we found out, and our friend Brandon found out the hard way, the bus leaves.
The bus leaves you.
So Brandon got left behind, and the areas are confined, and I didn't know that. I figured, let's just walk back. So it showed a bunch of thick fog, and it showed a sign that says, it showed a skull and crossbones. And as I walked into the fog, I walked back. And then everyone else is looking at me. Oh my gosh, what is that? This thing jumped on my face and started scratching me. And it killed me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess you can't
So don't go in the fog.
Yeah, so that's just one mode, transit, you can go. But they added a mode called grief mode. There are 2 teams, 2 4-player teams. And they break it down to CDC versus the CIA. And you can help each other, or you can grief each other. You control each other. Like, if you knife them, they'll scoop back a little bit. And so these guys we were playing with were skilled a little bit. And so when one of our players went down, when you go up to revive him, they knife the guy trying to revive him, and it moves him to where he can't pick him up anymore.
So you can't necessarily kill someone, but you can
mess with them.
Exactly. Okay.
So we were on the 2nd floor trying to hold up where the box was, the box to get all the guns, and there was.
They still have a teddy bear box.
Yeah, and there was an opening, and this guy went close to it. Trevor and I blocked him off and started knifing him and like, get out of here, and we knocked him off of the building. So it has an effect, and shooting him makes him go slower.
Really?
Yeah. So you can affect the other players, and only one team lives. If you eliminate the entire other team and then survive, the game is over. Which zombies usually doesn't end, but this one does. It was fun. At first, it was annoying because these guys knew what they were doing. And
this is the first team you encountered.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first
so
team
and
they kept messing with us, and it was hard to revive our players. But after a while, we thought, we do like messing around with people. Maybe this could be fun.
Yeah. I got to get on there, I guess. Yeah.
You definitely got to get Black Ops. It's a good game. Both games are worth getting. Both games have great storylines and.
Tex is just gonna stick to one now.
Yeah, Black Ops 2.
Well, it's time. That was our show, Matt and Tex Show, live on KSU.com. You can listen to us every Wednesday at 2 p.m. We'll probably only have a couple shows left because the semester's ending.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how many exactly, but we'll get there. I'm still behind on the recordings. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Matt and Tex.
Or twitter.com/Matt and Tex.
And we'll be back next week. This song is a new genre I kind of found, Bossa Nova, which is a sort of British or Brazilian style.
That's a genre?
Bossa Nova, yes. Like indie or alternative here. Bossa Nova is a style down there. And this isn't necessarily Brazilian, but it's a sort of style, and I think it kind of shows what's different. The original song is by The Cure, Just Like Heaven, and this is from Kat Edmondson, who kind of did her own take on it with her Bossa Nova style. So we'll listen to this, and we'll see you next week. And Tex Show.